So, as popular and as talented the New York Rangers of the 1970s were, these two goalies led the way to great success with upset victories in playoffs, a regular chance for a Stanley Cup run, played Boston in the 1972 finals, and gave them everything they could handle. So today will be first of a two-part series looking at the goalie tandem that basically was one of the most popular in the New York region and across North America of their era. Of course, we're going to be speaking of Gilles Villemure and Ed Giacomin. Now, we're going to talk about Gilles first because I always like to start with people from Three Rivers because I can't give these people enough compliments. Some of the best hockey players ever came from Trois-Rivières. Any person living in the East Coast of Canada knows how talented that community is for sports athletes. Now, Joseph Hector Gilles Villemure, born May 30th, 1940, played the majority of his career again with the Rangers, but at the tail end of his career, he was a backup for Tony Esposito. Now, he first came to major prominence in the 1959 season, splitting time with the Trois-Rivières Reds of the QJHL and the Troy Bruins of the IHL. Now, in 1960, he found his way to the Guelph-Biltmore Mad Hatters of the OHA, playing in 35 games in a regular season and 5 games in the playoffs. Now, not the biggest goalie on the ice, 5'8", 185. It was your prototypical NHL-style goalie of his era. Good on the angles, very intelligent, could basically motivate the defensive core in front of him to move the puck. Now, for the next 10 years, he spent the majority of that time in the minor leagues with a few call-ups to the Rangers. Now, he wasn't drafted. He was a Rangers prospect for not a lot of years. Now, 61, he played with the New York Rovers of the EHL, 16, 31, and 1 in 51 games. 62 with the Long Island Ducks and the Charlotte Checkers of the EHL, and the Johnstown Jets. 67 games, 26 wins, 39 losses, 40 losses and 1 tie. 63, he found himself in the WHL with the original Vancouver Canucks, 35, 31, and 4 in 63. Then his first call up to the Rangers came in 64. He was playing with the Baltimore Clippers of the AHL, 31, 33, and 2, and 5 games of the Rangers with a 2-loss, 3-tie record. 65 and 66, he was back with Vancouver, played 129 games over 2 seasons with 59 victories. 67, back with the Clippers, 70 games, 34, 27, and 9. And all these years, ladies and gentlemen, he was having a consistent average of between like 2.9 and 3.4. So very consistent in the minors. 68, he got called back up to the Rangers, 1-2 record in 4 games, including 1 shutout, his first shutout of his career, with a very important 93% save percentage. 68, he played the majority of that year with the Bisons, 18, 13, and 6. 69, he was 2-1-1 with the Rangers, and with the Bisons, 36, 12, and 14. Now, 70, his last year in the minors after toiling in the New York system for a number of years, played 65 games in the regular season and 14 in the playoffs. Now, Rangers in 71, this is where he broke open his rookie campaign at the advanced age of 31, one of the oldest rookie goalies in NHL history. 22, 8, and 4 in 35 4 games, including 4 shutouts. Now, 72 put out some stellar numbers again, 24, 7, and 4 with a 2.09 average, and 73, 20, 12, and 2 with a 2.29 average. But the fortunes of the Rangers started to fade in 74 and 75, 7, 7, 3, and 74. In 75, he was 22, 14, and 6. But eventually found his way to Chicago as backup for Esposito for parts of 2 seasons, and that's where he wrapped up his NHL career. Now, he won several major awards during his career. In each of his final 2 seasons in the AHL, which was 1969-70, he won the Les Cunningham Award with the Bisons as the league's MVP, leading all goaltenders in the playoffs the second year to backstop the Bisons to the Calder Cup in their final season. Now, during his minor league career, he led his league in goals against average 3 times and in shutouts 5 times. And again, he was a 64 signee by the Rangers, but like I said, he was sort of like the number 3, but playing in the minors. Now, when he He moved up to the Rangers, and just as a combination mark, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best winning percentage of his era, he went 66-2, 27-10 over 3 seasons. And like I said, a money goalie. Now, he did play in the NHL All-Star game in his first 3 seasons as a full-time major leaguer, allowing only a single goal and recording the lowest career goals against average of any All-Star game backstop. Now, the Rangers with Rattel, Hatfield, Gilbert, Brad Park, they could have easily won the Cup in 72, made it as far as the semifinals in 74, but lost again to eventual Stanley Cup champions, the Bruins and the Flyers. Now, with the changeover in Rangers management, Giacomin was let go. He was sent to Detroit. Villemure was let go as well. But the legacy of their backstop, they're probably one of the most important tandems of the 1970s, because just look at this, for ladies and gentlemen. Dryden really had no pure number 2 besides Larocque later on, but Larocque was never as talented as Villemure. Perron was leading away for the Flyers. Boston, it was mostly Cheevers. So the true backstop tandem, they perfected that, because sure, Giacomin could have a bad game, he'd be taken out, and Villemure would stop it. But Villemure was very much a money goalie. When he had a chance to make the big save or get the big victory, you could rely on him, just like Giacomin. Giacomin was more like a Glenn Hall type, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. There was more pressure on him because he figured they were going to ride that guy to his word to a Stanley Cup, and came very close. Now, in the 2009 the book 100 Ranger Greats, which we've been talking about lately, he was ranked number 48 all time of the 901 Rangers who had played during the team's first 82 seasons, and I tend to agree. Now, he was not only talented as a player, he was a professional harness racehorse driver in his off-season time. So, like many athletes at the time, multi-sport. Now, he called Levittown, New York home for a number of years, and gave a lot to the community on many factors over the decades. Now, awards and honors: Rookie of the Year to WHL in 63, WHL First All-Star Team in 66, AHL Second All-Star Team in 67, Hap Holmes Memorial Award winner 69 and 70, Les Cunningham Award in 69 and 70, named to AHL First All-Star Team 69 and 70, Calder Cup Championships in 1970, of course the important Vezina Trophy in 71 with Giacomin in that great year, and again All-Star Game selection 71, 72, 73. Now, WHL totals: 98, 91, and 13 with a 3.18 average regular season, 7.12 in the playoffs. AHL 300 games regular season, 2.79 average, 34 in the playoffs, 18 and 15, and NHL 205, the magic 100 win mark, 164 and 29, and in the playoffs 5 and 5 and 14 games. So almost 800 pro games as a goaltender, and each one of them were a classic, because when he played, the fans were oohing and ahhing with the big saves. Not exactly a stand-up, not exactly a butterfly, but like I said, a steady, your typical Quebec goalie. I mean, Quebec goalies are not scared of the puck. Now, we're talking about the Vezina Trophy winner. That was the year that could have been 3 straight for Esposito, because he won with Gary Smith in 72. So for Giacomin and Villemure to break that string was quite a bit, because it was a battle of the goalies in the expansion 12 every night, ladies and gentlemen, because when these AHL and IHL goalies finally made it, they weren't going to leave their cage, no way, no how. And, we had some really good goalies back in the day. Back then, a 2.4 was not winning the Vezina. No joke, by the way. Anyway, that's the first of a double podcast on the Rangers backstops of the 70s. Please give us a like, comment, or subscribe. If you like what we're doing, please let us know. But if you think we can improve or you don't like it, let us know, because as we like to say in the North Shore Senior Hockey League of Northern New Brunswick, nobody's perfect. Have a good day. Bye.